I do want to jump into some specifics that bring this to life a little bit. And one of the projects that I saw that I thought was really interesting, when we think about green building, when we think about LEED, and we think about, okay, everyone throws out the stats, buildings are responsible for 40%, 35%, some massive percent of impact, right? I think people hear the number so much that they're like, okay, whatever. And it's like, well, what do we do? Let's go build something. And I know your ethos and your firm has won awards and gotten attention. I think it was in Time magazine for the project you did in Denver, right?
Building 48.
Building 48, right? Like cutting edge, net zero, but a retrofit of something that already existed. What goes into actually doing that? Because I do think for a lot of our listening audience, it's like, yeah, build something. Okay, that's going to take years, but wait, tell me about this retrofit thing. We can do net zero in something we already own? Like, how do we think about that?
First of all, what's amazing about that is it was for the federal government. It's for the General Services Administration, right? The GSA. And they basically were like, hey, we have this site. There's a bunch of buildings on it. We don't know if we need to tear them down or not. And these were big brick, heavy masonry buildings. It just seemed like such a waste to tear them down.
Now, this is in Denver, right? This is
It's in
like,
Denver. Yeah, it's in Denver.
yeah, okay, Denver, okay.
Which, as everybody knows, it can get cold and snowy in the winter and lovely in the summer. And Denver's a growing, thriving metropolitan area, and on and on and on. We have a great studio in Denver that are game for anything. And I'm
Yeah.
smiling because I'm thinking of the people there. And we started talking about this project, and they're like, "What do you think?" And it's actually 5 buildings that were touching but not connected. So we connected them. Breakthrough here, breakthrough there. And we can cover the roof in this parking lot with solar panels. Well, here's the difference. So we're asking the questions before we design anything. Could we save as much of the buildings as possible? How much carbon would we save? Well, we can run those numbers instantly. If we do that, what are the advantages of it? Well, you get a bunch of cool spaces with these kind of like old bricks and stuff. That's kind of fun. Well, does the program fit? Well, we've got software that helps us evaluate that really quickly. What's the solar capacity? Well, here's what it is on the roof. Here's what it is on the parking lot. And again, all this is done before design. We're informing the design early on with analyses, which just makes it great. And then, oh, by the way, we have strong ideas about how to create a workplace for the 21st century that involve daylight, natural materials, fresh air. So you smush them all together and you get a building like Building 48 that Time Magazine wants to write about. That's the exciting part. But for them, that's their office, and they love their office. And done at a time when the GSA was not sure if people would be going back to the office or not. So let's create a workplace that is better than their house. It makes them want to come in, and it's a beautiful space. But I love that it saved 2/3 of the carbon that a new build would have done. And frankly, I think it's a better product because you do have this kind of mix of old and new with the old bricks. And you do have beautiful daylight coming in. So you get this beautiful controlled even light everywhere. And you do get that great atrium space and on and on and on. And so that's a great story. But I love, to me, that it's for the federal government. And the GSA has been leading this charge of how you build beautiful high performance buildings.
For
It's
a long time,
for a long
right?
time.